What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel Lewis, and in this video I'm going to give you 5 breakfast foods that are macro friendly and also super easy to make. Now before we actually get into the video, make sure you leave the video a like so the channel can grow, and also subscribe if you're new to the channel. So for option number 1, you're only going to need 3 ingredients. Now the one thing I like to pay attention to when I purchase my yogurt is its fat percentage. For those of you that don't know, yogurt is a milk-based product. Depending on its milk fat percentage will determine how much fat your actual yogurt has. If you're doing a non-fat Greek yogurt, you're not gonna have any fat in that specific yogurt. If you're doing 2%, you're gonna have a little bit lower. 5%, you might have a little bit more. And if you're doing a whole milk Greek yogurt, then you're gonna have a lot more fat content in that yogurt. Now, there's nothing wrong with fat in a diet. Don't get that wrong. But depending on what your goals are, you might want to have something that's a little bit higher or lower in fat. Now, as you guys can see in the yogurt I selected for a non-fat option just because I know that I wanted to control how much fat I actually insert into this yogurt. If you're looking to lose weight or be in a caloric deficit, then you can go for a non-fat option. But if your goal is to gain weight or be in a caloric surplus, then you can go for a whole milk option, which will have a lot more calories as well as fat content in the product itself. If you want to be accurate, the best way to do so is with a measuring scale. I'm going to revert you guys back to the nutrition label for Chobani, which show that there's 5 servings per container. A good way to remember this is if you section off each portion of the container, you have 1 serving. So the next thing we're going to be using is hemp seeds. Hemp seeds is a great source of protein and also fats. Being that this Greek yogurt doesn't have any fat at all, I did want to control how much fat I did put into the actual yogurt itself. It's a great addition to the yogurt because you can add as much as you like. As you guys can see, it's 3 tablespoons per serving. So we are going to grab a tablespoon of hemp seeds. We're actually going to be doing 2 to add in a decent amount of fat and protein into this actual Greek yogurt. If you are looking to bulk up, you can add things like fruit. In this instance, if you're using a strawberry flavored yogurt, you can do blueberries, you can do raspberries, you can do bananas, whatever the case may be. But it's a great way just to add in some extra calories, some healthy carbs into the actual yogurt itself. And it makes for a great breakfast food early in the morning, especially if you're in a rush. Just so you guys know what I'm gonna do with all the food that we make today. Most of it I'm gonna be storing just so that I can have it later on in the week or tomorrow morning or whatever the case may be. Obviously, I'm not gonna eat all this breakfast food at once because that would just be a lot of calories that I don't need. So we are going to store this in the fridge and then move on to meal number 2. So for option number 2, this one's a staple in my channel, and if you've been following me for a while, you know I've been preaching about Power Oats. Power Oats is the way to go. Whether you want to bulk, whether you want to cut, it's one of the best breakfast foods out there. Now, in order to make Power Oats, you're only going to need 2 to 3 ingredients max again. So when it comes to the oats, I do like to opt for quick oats. Quick oats, you just pour it into a bowl, pour some water, pour some milk, whatever the case may be, throw it into the microwave, and it's ready within a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Super easy. The only other thing you're going to need is some protein powder. Pick your favorite protein powder, whether it be Ghost, whether it be some chocolate peanut butter from GNC. It doesn't matter what it is. But as long as you enjoy the actual taste of that protein powder, you can make Power Oats. So a quick tip for you guys when it comes to quick oats, be very mindful of how much you actually put in the bowl. It's very easy for you guys to just spill over when it comes to quick oats because typically when you add the water and the milk and you put it into the microwave, the oats expand and then you end up having more than you probably bargained for. Ultimately, just be very mindful of the serving size, and even though it might not seem a lot in the bowl, trust the process.
Trust the process?
So depending on what your goal is, whether it's to gain or lose weight, this next ingredient is completely optional. Now, for the sake of the example, I do have oat milk here, but you can add almond milk, whole milk, whatever the case may be. If you wanted to add in milk into your Power Oats, it's a great way to add in extra calories, also extra carbs, fats, and protein into your actual Power Oats. Once you mix in the protein powder, make sure you just mix it well, and there's no extra protein clumps in there. And honestly, throw it into the microwave for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and you have breakfast served. Now, as a bonus for those of you who are looking to gain weight, depending on your flavor of protein, whether it be Ghost cereal milk or you have chocolate or vanilla, whatever the case may be, you can add peanut butter to your Power Oats. So that's what we're gonna do with these Power Oats. We're gonna add 1 small teaspoon of peanut butter just to give it some added flavor, healthy calories, and healthy fats. So for option number 3, we're gonna use an ingredient that most people use and correlate breakfast with, but we're gonna put on a little twist to it. So what we are gonna be making next is an egg sandwich. You need pretty much 2, maybe 3 ingredients max for this as well. Depending on how you want to spice it up or how much protein you want to actually add to this meal, you'll be using eggs, egg whites, and some bread. What I really like about the egg sandwich personally is that you can kind of mix and match however you like, right? If you want to use 1 or 2 eggs and then have it a little bit higher in fat, you can do that. If you want to use more egg whites, you can do that as well. If you want to throw in bacon or turkey bacon for added protein, you can do that as well. You can literally play with it however you like. So we definitely made a little bit more eggs than we had anticipated, but who's gonna complain about a high protein diet at the end of the day? Ultimately, this is a great meal for breakfast. It's something that you can make quick and easy in the morning. Just throw in some bread, cheese, maybe some bacon, whatever the case may be, and you have something quick and easy that you can make in the morning. We are gonna eat this right now just because eggs just taste better fresh, especially when they're first made. So instead of putting this back in the fridge or anything like that, we're gonna enjoy this now, and then we'll move on to option number 4. So for option number 4, I was supposed to make protein pancakes, but then this happened. Fuck! So you guys can clearly tell I messed up on the protein pancakes, and unfortunately I won't have protein pancakes for this video, but I didn't want to leave you guys short of an option, so I want to give you guys an alternative. Instead of making protein pancakes from scratch, you can always opt for the frozen brands that you can find at your local supermarket. There is nothing wrong with eating certain types of food because there's no such thing as bad food. The only bad thing that there is out there is overconsumption, right? So if you have an entire box of frozen waffles, that's bad. But if you have the recommended serving size, you're probably within your macros. My recommendation to you guys is find something that works for you, right? If you're somebody that needs to put too much thought into eating and you need something that's quick and easy, then maybe something like this is a lot easier for you guys to just grab and go. Really what matters is what you're putting into your system and how much you're consuming on a daily basis, because at the end of the day, a calorie is still a calorie. Whether it comes in liquid or frozen form or solid form, it doesn't matter where it comes from. A calorie will always be a calorie. Now the macronutrients in those calories will always fluctuate based on what you're eating. It can be higher in protein, higher in fat, higher in carb. That can be detrimental in terms of what you see in your body and how your body translates over a long period of time, but at the end of the day, calorie will still always be a calorie. If you're in a caloric deficit, you're bound to lose weight. Now, if you want to be a little more structured and you want to have your muscles come in, you want to have a higher protein diet, then that's what you need to do. Consume more protein. Don't make eating breakfast or eating lunch or dinner a homework assignment. It shouldn't be like that. You should be eating because you know you need to eat, 1, to actually survive, and then 2, because if you have a certain goal, if you want to gain weight or lose weight, you can do it with whatever you want to eat as long as you're tracking everything carefully. So that's just some food for thought. Let's move on to option number 5. And with the last option, we are going to go with the protein shake. Whether it be in the morning, post-workout, or at the end of the day, a protein shake will always just be the fucking best thing in the world. I mean, I just love a good protein shake. Best thing about a protein shake, like a lot of the other meals that we made earlier, is that you can play with it however you want. Whatever your goal is, whether you want to put in more calories, whether you want to take away more calories, and you want something filling, you can do whatever you want. When it comes down to making anything with protein, just pick whatever protein that you like best, whether it be something from GNC, or whether it be something from a social influencer that you like. Doesn't matter who it comes from, as long as you enjoy the protein. If you wanted to make it a low-calorie, calorically dense shake, all you need is really just protein powder, water, some fruit, and you're good. And if you wanted to add just a little bit of peanut butter or whatever the case may be to it, you have a great tasting shake that's more than likely low in calorie, which is what you're looking for if you're in a deficit. And again, if you're in a surplus, add in everything that you want. Yogurt, peanut butter, hemp seeds, oatmeal. All those things are different options that you can throw into a protein shake, ultimately to make it to your own. You can add different types of fruits, you can add spinach, you can add whatever you want into those protein shakes and have it fill you up and have it be a calorically dense, high calorie but clean meal. Now for the sake of this shake, we're just going to be adding protein powder, peanut butter, bananas, and water, and that's going to be our shake for tomorrow morning. Something that I know that fits within exactly what I'm looking for in the morning. Something quick, something easy, and we'll take it off to work. And that's going to be a wrap for this video. I hope you guys found at least one breakfast food that you could enjoy. Now also leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite breakfast food is, whether it be from this video or something you like to make on your own. I'm interested to know what you guys like to eat every morning. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.